Welcome back to Buddy's Spirits and Cigars, and we're still at our favorite place. So I don't know what to tell you. You got to come check it out for yourself. 906 Garrison Avenue, Fort Smith, Arkansas. Awesome place to be. We're doing the Willett 4-year rye today. We can't find this around here at all.
Nope.
Went on a trip with my family to Kentucky, and I just happened to run across a couple of bottles of this. I had to have it. I always wanted to try it. I haven't tried it. Have you tried it before?
I haven't tried it.
Have you?
Nope.
All right, so we're 4-year Willett rye versions.
Yes,
And,
sir.
Anyway, so this is aged in virgin white oak barrels. I think this one's 110 proof, and it the composition is undisclosed. So
110.4.
0.4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, this smells good.
So anyway, it's
Kind of caramely vanilla.
it's rare.
I like it.
Definitely can't get it around here. I haven't seen it ever around here. So anyway, without further ado, you guys already dove in.
No,
so
he did. I was
I
waiting
did.
on you.
thank you.
It's good.
Smells pretty good.
Ooh, I like that.
It tastes really good.
a nice-
MSRP is around $60
Yeah.
for this.
Got a nice vanilla note to it. Got a little caramely on the nose. I like that.
It's yummy.
Yes, I agree.
Sure is.
I agree.
Oh, I agree. The vanilla's there for sure. A hint of
A little bit of fruit,
a red fruit, maybe a
a cherry or something.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
My man.
Bartender, I think I'll have me another.
Absolutely.
I mean, while
We've
you're
already
at it,
set a precedent.
Not that heavy. for
We've
me.
already set a precedent of reloading
That's good,
drinks
thanks.
on this show.
Yeah.
Several episodes back. Sammy.
Our great friend Sammy.
I don't know if that's where it needs to be, but that's close enough.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I recommend this.
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean,
a
if you can find
really-
it, buy it.
Of course, as you know, if you've been following us and been part of our channel fan base for any length of time, we like ryes.
We're huge rye fans.
Yeah. So this is a good one. I like it. I hate that we can't get it around here. I know that's bad for you on the rating stuff, but
That bottle at home is going to be very sparingly
I
parceled
guarantee
out.
you.
Yeah. This will be.
guarantee you.
This is a special. When it goes home, it's going to be at the back of the cabinet.
Yeah, for sure. It's not an everyday drinker. If we had it here, it could easily become one
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, yeah, man.
because it's a really good rye.
Yeah.
For the price point,
Yeah.
I'd
I
pay-
would do that all day long.
I think
twice
it's worth
on Sunday.
MSRP.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
a secondary market guy, as you guys know.
If it's $60, I'd pay $80.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. That's
Yeah.
good. And so they have another rye that's aged longer. It's a purple top. This is a green top. But you also jump up in price too. So I don't know what the price is on it.
Man,
I didn't even see it out in the wild.
I would probably pay it.
Yeah,
If this is that good,
Yeah.
yeah. I agree.
you know, that's not always a given that just because it's got a couple more years
yeah.
on it,
I
that it's
agree.
better.
Yeah.
For instance, Redbreast, the 15 isn't as good as the 12. If you're a,
Irish
Price
guy.
is
Irish
quite
guy.
a bit more too, though.
it is, but that 12 is phenomenal. So that doesn't necessarily count, but I would still do it.
No, I'm with you.
I'm like you there, but I think the Johnny Walker 15 is better than the 18. So, kind of the same, along those same lines.
And then you get it, but you start doing that on the scotches, and you get into the whole the Scotch drinkers, the
Blended
Scotch
versus-
snobs are, blended is not a real Scotch. It's got to be.
It's not. It's from Scotland. It's
I don't dive off into that
Yeah.
game. I like it or I don't kind
Yeah.
of deal.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, blended and single malts are different.
Yeah.
I agree.
So it's still whiskey. It's just different whiskey.
I agree.
still from Scotland.
I ain't gonna fuss.
So,
Well, I mean, I like some MGPs that are really good in the bourbon world, So I mean, those are not a straight bourbon. So
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. You like them or you don't. That's what. I'm not a snob in the sense that I have to have a single malt or a blended. or I'm not going to stick to either one. It's just,
Yeah.
I like what I like and I don't what I don't.
If it tastes good, I'm gonna tell you it tastes good. If it doesn't, I'm gonna tell you it's shit.
And this tastes good.
And in some cases, almost throw up.
Yes, in some cases, almost throw up.
That last shoot or sip, boy, that one got you.
That was twice.
Dude, well,
And I can tell you
and
that
it was worse than the vermouth.
Oh yeah, I would drink the
I
vermouth.
mean, this one, I
Yeah.
almost thought I seen chunks like enter his mouth.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was-
I really thought it was that close.
It was horrible. I'm getting flashbacks.
Maybe the whole pizza before we shoot thing isn't the greatest idea.
I don't know.
If we're gonna drink some sketchy stuff, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was horrible. I mean, I think you could drink like dish soap or dishwater. It would be better.
Dirty dishwater
yeah.
at that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
was
It was
terrible.
horrible. Don't ever waste your money on that shit because it is shit.
So on my trip, I actually got to go by the Willett Distillery, and I got to see they have.
Did you do the tour?
I didn't do the tour. I was there after hours, but I did get to go up there and view the storage houses and take some pictures. They preserved the old Willett family hog barn and stuff like that. It was cool to see some of the history that was there that you could tell. They had signs and stuff up. And they had some newer storage areas where they had barrels, and I took some pictures and stuff like that. Really, really cool experience to just go. So I can only imagine how awesome the tour would be. A pretty neat place. I thought it was pretty neat. Just you could tell a lot of history was there, and I'll tell you the smell. Whew, out of this world. I mean,
I can only
you can
imagine.
smell all of that aging whiskey that's there. Man, it's phenomenal. But that's in Bardstown, and I'll tell you, it's pretty cool. I want to go do a bunch of those tours, and I hope that we get to our channel. We're trying to make plans to do that. Not easy trying to get 4 people's schedules to line up with between work and family and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, fine.
Don't forget, Mr. Executive, Mr. Producer.
right. But
We gotta
work
have
the
a
same-
we gotta have a DD.
He and I work the same shift, so I mean, it's if we can get one of us fixed, then usually we can get both of us taken care of. But yeah, it's man, it's hard to try to do that, but we're still making an effort to make that happen. And even if it's only a couple, it'll be worth the trip, in my opinion. We can have a good time. But this stuff, I'm telling you, I'm a fan.
Yep.
It's worth every penny.
It's one of my favorite ryes now. I mean, it's that good, in my opinion. I enjoy it. So if you have had the 8-year, I think is what the next one is.
Purple. I
I
don't
think
know
purple's the 8-year. But if you've had that and you enjoy that, and you haven't compared it to this, we'd like to know what you guys think. Compare the two. We haven't had the purple top, so I don't know. But
Leave comments
I know this one is awesome.
if you have. We'd
Yeah.
like to hear from you.
I like it
Definitely
better
like
than the
it.
Willett pot still, and I liked the Willett pot
That
still.
Willett pot still was good.
You know,
So-
and that's one of the probably that's the most controversial.
That and Basil Hayden. I mean,
Yeah.
those seem to be the most controversial, topics in
the bourbon community. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, the batch of Willett pot still that we have is it's a B batch. It's a B 00024 or something. I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head. But I was on a trip a year ago with my family in Colorado, and I was able to pick that up there. And man, I can't say anything bad about it. The batch we got was good. And that's the thing about batches. You can have the same whiskey, just a different batch, and it can be horrible. Same company, everything can be the same. It's just a different batch. It can be horrible, and it can be better. I mean, it's kind of crazy how that happens. You could just have different batches that.
It's so weird how the barrel plays so much. You can get like a shitty barrel.
Well, not only that, but the environment as well.
Yeah, I
because
mean-
you got, the heat might have been different that year when they were, for a couple of years.
Yeah.
They might have had more rain and humidity than they normally have, or maybe they had a drought, or who knows.
who
I mean,
knows? Yeah.
There's a lot of factors that
It's an art, it's a
influence
science.
that
It's not a
whiskey.
science, it's more of an art, it seems like.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
Well, and there's
There's
also
science.
the agricultural products
Yeah.
that went into it
Yeah.
when they're grown and all that. So
So,
it's like
Yeah.
tobacco.
yeah.
The same tobacco can be grown in 3 different regions. You get 3 totally different flavor palettes off of those. So
You know, and not only that, but these days it's getting harder to get barrels.
Yeah.
So they could have went, with a different stave company or something, and even though it's the same wood, it's from a different region, and maybe
Yeah.
that all influences. There's a lot of factors that go into play, and sometimes it works out great. Most of the time, it probably works out great, and sometimes it's just it can be horrible. So I'm a fan of that. I drink that anytime I come across it. If I come across it again and it's at MSRP or even a little bit above
Yeah.
MSRP, if it's sub $100,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, that's me.
I like it. You want to start us off, Brucey?
I'm going to give it a solid 3.75. Now, granted, the availability is not great. We had to travel a couple of states over to get it. I get that, but I like it so much. The flavor is really there. The nose is excellent. It's got that caramel, vanilla, some cherry in the tasting. I just really dig it. So I'm going to give it even higher than normal for a low availability product.
And I ran across this at a couple of different stores. The first store I was at, I had texted them and said, hey, here's what I came across. And by the time they were able to get to their phone and get back with me, I'd already left that store. And then they're like, yeah, man, if you see it again, we're in, so get us a bottle. I was like, okay, cool.
Yep.
So the next store I went to that had this, I made sure they were still in, because I probably went to 30 different stores and throughout my trip. And I wanted to make sure they still wanted it. Yeah, we still want it. So this one's 110.4. The first bottle that I bought, which was for myself because I didn't get it hold of you guys, is actually less proof than this.
Really?
So I would be interested in comparing the two.
Yeah.
Just
to
to try
blind them and see
if
which
it's,
is which.
if it's a different
Oh, we got to
batch.
drink it again?
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
if it's a different batch, it's obviously a different proof.
Yeah, so-
And I can't remember. I know maybe it's 108 point something, which is not a lot of difference. But if it's a different batch in itself, I'd like to compare the two batches and just kind of see.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in.
So, I'm a fan. So, Bruce, I'm with you. I was thinking 375 in my head as you were doing yours, and I thought, man, there's no way this is middle of the road. I mean, this is
Not
on
for
the
me.
upper
Not
end
for
of the
me.
rise for me. And the price point's great. I hate that we can't find it around here, but you know what? Maybe that's a reason we can go on a road trip and go look for some more of this stuff as we decide to do the tours and things of that nature. So, yeah, I'm with you, 375.
You know what? 375.
What?
Unanimous.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, it's as good as
See
the
if he's
Stag
got
Junior.
a fever.
I know, man. He's got something
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, I mean, I got a fever, and the only prescription is more Willett. So,
Right on.
yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit more because it's just that damn good.
Man, if we could just get it available here, we'd be golden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really would. I mean,
That's good.
I'm good. It's a great rye.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
if you live in Kentucky or Tennessee, and I think I found these in Kentucky, that's available to you, surely you have that sitting on your shelf in your rye
If
section.
you don't, you're wrong.
If
Yeah.
you don't, dude, you got to get it.
Yep.
That's a great rye. It really is. I think they've done a great job on that.
I think it's the best rye I've ever had. I can't think of one right off the top of my head that's any better.
Not off the top of my head either. I'm with you. We have some other ryes to try.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard pressed for them to beat that.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think that's at the top as far as ryes go. I've had some good ryes.
I do have an Angel's Envy rye. We should.
I haven't tried that. I want to, but I've seen it once in the wild. and didn't pull the trigger on it. So
I've seen it a couple times. The prices kind of jumped on it.
It's 85-ish.
Yeah.
That's what I paid for it, and that's what the last 2 times I've seen it. After I bought the single bottle that Macadoodles had, I went back another trip a month later, and there was an entire kiosk of frickin' rye. So,
Oh, wow.
talking to one of my bartenders here, he's pretty knowledgeable about this stuff, and he says, whether it's accurate or not, I kind of believe him. I tend to believe him. He says that it seems to him they only do that like once every so often. So it comes out in a big batch,
Yeah.
and then it's months before they do it again. So that would make sense because the 2 times I've seen it where there was cases
Yeah.
on the display, within 2 weeks it's gone, and then you don't see it again for another 6-8 months or a year or whatever.
Yeah,
So
flooded with a big wave.
I
and
think
then
I
it
think
just-
that probably is
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah.
It makes sense whether it's accurate or not, and I'm going to go with it. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but it's definitely worth. I like it for 85, even
Yeah.
for 85. I like it. So,
So
anyway,
you think it's better than this, or you think this took its place?
it's been a while since I tasted it. I think we should maybe bring it on here and do a side by side, just for grins.
I don't have.
Yeah.
We can even
Maybe even do a flight with
We can
the
even do
Basil Hayden rye and.
maybe like been seeing the rare breed rye locally.
I have a bottle of that, so
So
we're gonna do that
That
as
would
well.
be it might be an interesting do a flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can do single episodes on them, and then we can line them all up.
Yep.
Because we even have a Old Forester rye.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Yep.
which
It's a $25 bottle,
less than that, it was like 22
Yeah.
bucks, I think.
but
even.
it's can't find it around
We
here.
haven't had it. We don't have it. We used to have it around here, and it's kind of one of them. We see it all the time. We can take advantage of that anytime, and then
All of a sudden it's gone.
disappeared, and you can't find it. So I found some of that on a trip, and went ahead and picked up some. I mean, it's cheap enough. If you don't like it, then not a big deal.
Yeah.
Because we got some more expensive bottles than that we don't care for.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That's true.
So for 22 bucks, I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I think you went in on that too. Got a bottle. So
Yeah.
I was like, heck, why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, we got more rye coming. The Wild Turkey Rare Breed rye. I'm kind of looking forward to trying that. Rare
I'm
breeds.
just looking forward to the 101 rye and the, we've done the Russell's Reserve, but we've not done any other like Wild Turkey.
That's true.
On the
We need to do Rare Breed in itself,
Yeah.
and
And
also
even
do
the 101.
Yeah, the Rare Breed rye
Yeah.
and stuff like So
so
Tim Del Coleman wants us to do Rare Breed with My Father Cigar. I can't remember. Maybe I don't know if it's the judge or not, but
Yeah, we'll get with it.
he said that's his recommendation for us to do. So
Okay, Tim, we'll hook you up.
yeah, we'll get that coming to you. pretty
Right
soon.
on.
But that's our rating on Willett
yeah,
4-year rye.
it's worth the
Not
money.
many times we were unanimous.
Yeah.
I
This,
don't know that we ever have.
no,
been.
we've never been
That
because
might
I
be
always
the
shit on
first
Tim.
Yeah, because you take a giant
I
dump
think
on
that's
everything.
the first time we ever have been unanimous. So
by God.
maybe it's good that Kim wasn't here on this one
Yeah.
because he probably wouldn't be that high.
No, it's too spicy for him.
Yeah.
So anyway, cigar we're having, we decided to do the Perdomo Cameroon again. So you can catch that in our, what episode was that we done that on?
That was the taste test on the dry fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dry flies.
Yeah, dry fly.
So,
So you can catch our review on that.
Episode or two ago.
Yeah, you can catch our review on that episode on the Cameroon. It's worth it.
We just like this cigar.
Perdomo Cameroons are awesome. It's a great cigar. There'll be certain episodes we'll have the same cigar again because we just enjoy that cigar that much. So Rockies and Opus were pretty heavy on doing those multiple times in a row. Perdomo as well. We enjoy Perdomo. So
Yep.
that's all we have time for on this episode. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, doing the giveaway, swag, and multiple samples, cigars. You don't want to miss out on it. So help our channel grow. We'll catch you on the next one.
bye-bye.